Welcome to this custom deep dive. Today, our mission is to extract the core insights from a stack of biographical sources detailing the highly improbable rise of Hollywood legend Harrison Ford. We are examining how a guy went from, complete obscurity to defining global pop culture.
Right, and we are doing this by looking at the actual mechanics of how he got there, which, it completely contradicts the usual born for the spotlight narrative we associate with megastars.
Yeah, let's unpack this, because going through these sources, the sheer contrast between his beginnings and his peak is, well, it's staggering. The material starts with him in Chicago in 1942. As a young man, he was notoriously quiet. Almost painfully shy.
Which is deeply counterintuitive for an aspiring actor. You don't typically look at the quietest kid in the class and think, yes, the future Indiana Jones.
Oh, definitely not.
Yeah, there were zero early behavioral indicators of his future trajectory in Hollywood. Like, none.
It's like finding out the loudest, most charismatic lead singer of a rock band. Started out as a librarian who refused to speak above a whisper.
That is a great way to put it.
Right. Yet, despite that shyness, he eventually packs up and heads to California. But the sources show that leap didn't instantly pay off. He hit a massive wall.
Yeah, the acting roles simply weren't paying the bills, and he had a young family to support at the time.
Reality hits hard.
Exactly. So this is where he makes what looks like a retreat, but is actually a brilliant strategic move. He teaches himself carpentry.
Okay, wait. I have to push back on that a bit. How is giving up your acting aspirations to build cabinets a strategic move? Doesn't that just mean the dream stalled out?
Well, if we connect this to the bigger picture, the carpentry wasn't a surrender. It was a survival mechanism that solved his most pressing problem, which was staying in Los Angeles.
So paying the rent, essentially.
Yes. Acting is often a game of attrition. Most people leave the industry because they go broke. By mastering a lucrative practical trade, he built a financial fortress.
Wow, a financial fortress. I like that.
Right. He didn't have to pack up and move back to Chicago. He remained in the ecosystem of his dream.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. He essentially funded his own proximity to the film industry. And here's where it gets really interesting, because that proximity is exactly what sets up his famous lucky break.
Oh, absolutely.
The classic Hollywood myth is that he was just working as a carpenter and bumped into a director. But hold on, I need to challenge this. Are you telling me George Lucas just looked at a guy holding a saw and said, "You are Han Solo"? Because that makes no logical sense.
No, it doesn't make sense. And that's because the overnight success myth always skips the actual mechanics. What's fascinating here is how the carpentry practically engineered his audition.
Wait, engineered it? How?
Well, Ford wasn't randomly hammering nails on a street corner. He was hired to build doors for a studio office. And George Lucas happened to be using that exact same office space to hold auditions for Star Wars.
No way. So he was physically building the room where the auditions were taking place.
Precisely. And because Lucas already vaguely knew Ford from a small carpentry job and a minor film role years prior, Lucas asked him to help out.
Help out with the doors or the acting?
The acting, actually. But not to audition, mind you. Just to stand in and read lines opposite the actual actors who are trying out for the main roles.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So he is in his work clothes, covered in sawdust, just feeding lines to professional actors.
Yes. And because Ford was physically exhausted from doing manual labor all day, he read those sci-fi lines with a cynical, tired, slightly irritated attitude.
Just completely over it.
Exactly. He wasn't trying to impress anyone. He just wanted to get back to his woodwork. But that natural, irritated exasperation was the exact essence of Han Solo. He won the part by accident.
That completely flips the narrative. He didn't get the role despite being a blue-collar worker. He got it because of the attitude the physical labor gave him. So what does this all mean for you, listening right now? We hear, never give up on your dreams all the time, but this gives that cliche actual texture.
It really does. It reframes what persistence looks like. Hard work and practicality aren't the opposite of following your passion.
Right, they can be part of the same path.
Exactly. Sometimes they are the exact vehicles that deliver you to the right room. Ford positioned himself for serendipity, which raises an important question, I think.
It really does.
Yeah.
If your ultimate lucky break requires you to humbly work a day job right now, well, how does that change the way you view your daily grind? Maybe you aren't pausing your dream. Maybe you're literally just busy building the room where it is going to happen.